And now, have you ever watched those viral video car crash clips? Have you ever considered like what the person that wasn't at fault might be entitled to recover? I'm Angel Reyes, a personal injury lawyer who's represented auto and truck wreck victims for 32 years. We're going to watch some of the videos today that have dash cams involved, and I'm going to give you some comments on what I think the value of the case would be for the person who wasn't at fault. Whoa, holy shit. The car in front stops and then backs into someone to make it look like they got rear-ended. It's kind of a cash for crash, and had the driver not had the dash cam, then they would have been at fault. This person's going to save a lot of headache and a lot of grief because they themselves now can make a claim against the folks who backed into them. And if they have uninsured or underinsured motorist coverage, they can use those benefits as well. And so this one, they're going to flip the script. I doubt it's going to happen to many people, but if it ever does, if you have a dash cam, you're definitely in the clear. Oh. Okay, that guy's super at fault. If the trailer hits you that's being towed by another car, the car is responsible for any damage the trailer does. Poor little Ford. It's a really shitty thing to do to somebody. Oh my God, that cop is so lucky. I don't know how he got back up from that. Man, he is super lucky. I wonder if he's injured. I bet he is. And I'll bet you, dollars to donuts that the parked car that the cop was talking to initially is, however many people were in that car, they're more than likely they've been injured in some way, shape, or form. They need to get checked out. They need to for sure have MRIs. And, if the MRIs come back positive, that could be a really good claim. Police officer individually has a claim, whether he's on the job or not. He would still have a claim against the at-fault driver.
Wing on its brakes as the driver gets out. The man is wielding some kind of lead pipe.
Holy cow. This is bad behavior on the road. Road rage. So he gets back in his car. Unfortunately, even if the occupants had some injuries, they're not going to be able to recover, because in an auto or truck vehicular collision, that the automobiles need to touch. And if they don't touch or collide, then the person not at fault doesn't have any ability to make a claim against the person who was at fault. So while that must have been scary for every single driver that got basically road rage attacked by a guy who was losing his mind, obviously, there is no injury claim on this one. Yeah, it looks like here we are right in Times Square, New York City, and there's pedestrians everywhere there. So these guys are arguing about something. And he is stepping into what I think is a bike lane. And now he's essentially jaywalking. And now he ran. I think he thought he was going to get in a fight. In this case, tough luck, for the pedestrian. But good luck for the car that hit him, because on film, you can see that it was the pedestrian who, basically broke the traffic laws by running across lanes when it wasn't safe, essentially not using the crosswalk. This particular filmed episode saved the driver of the car just a lot of headaches, because it clearly wasn't the driver's fault. It was clearly the pedestrian's fault. Ho, 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 ho. Woo! All right, so that was a near miss. All right, so nobody got hurt, luckily. But our firm handles a lot of 18-wheeler cases. 18-wheeler against a car, 18-wheeler always wins. 80,000 pounds against maybe 4,000, 5,000 pounds. Because of the way the physics works on that, and the 18-wheeler having so much energy and force, that the occupants are always injured, even more than they think. Even if they think that day they're not, it turns out with MRIs and stuff, we discover that their spinal cord's been injured. And so those are absolutely the most valuable cases that we handle. And it's really lucky that that person was able to make that turn without getting T-boned by that 18-wheeler. Oddly enough, the 18-wheeler had the right-of-way, so that person would have been double dose of bad luck, because the car would have been at fault. They crossed in front of the 18-wheeler. So which videos did surprise you about who was actually at fault? It'd be curious, think about it. If you want to become a more educated driver, please subscribe, and you will become a more educated driver, and that can only inure to your benefit. Consider getting a dash cam because, man, think about it. Without those dash cams, it would have been real hard for me to so quickly determine who was at fault for those accidents.